It was late. I was alone. Someone was watching me. The air was thick with an eerie silence, broken only by the occasional creak of the old wooden floors beneath my feet. As a freshman at Notre Dame, I had heard the whispers about Washington Hall, but I never believed them. Not until that night. The stories of ghostly apparitions and unexplained noises seemed like mere legends, tales to scare the newcomers. I was studying for a history exam, surrounded by towering bookshelves and the ghosts of past students. The dim light cast long shadows, making the room feel even more ominous. Every rustle of paper, every flicker of the light, heightened my senses. The silence was broken only by the ticking of the old clock on the wall. Each tick seemed louder than the last, a constant reminder of the passing time and the growing tension in the room. Each tick seemed to echo in the vast emptiness. The sound reverberated through the hall, amplifying the sense of isolation. I couldn't shake the feeling that I wasn't truly alone, that something or someone was lurking just out of sight, watching my every move. Then, things started happening. Books fell from the shelves, their thuds like gunshots in the quiet hall. The temperature plummeted, a bone-chilling cold enveloping me. I could feel my heart pounding in my chest. A cold hand touched my shoulder. I spun around, my breath catching in my throat. No one was there, but I knew I wasn't alone. Something was with me, something unseen and terrifying. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw it, a fleeting glimpse, just enough to send a chill down my spine. A dark figure, lurking in the shadows. It seemed to blend into the darkness, almost as if it was a part of it. It was tall and gaunt, its edges blurring in and out of focus. The more I tried to see it clearly, the more it seemed to fade. Fear gripped me, paralyzing me in place. My heart raced, and I could feel the cold sweat forming on my brow. I stumbled back, knocking over a chair in my haste. The sound echoed through the room, amplifying my terror. The figure moved towards me, gliding silently across the floor. Its movements were almost ethereal, like it was floating. I had to get out of there. Panic surged through me, and I turned to run, my legs feeling like lead. I grabbed my books and ran, my heart pounding in my ears. The hallway seemed to stretch endlessly, every shadow a potential threat. Footsteps echoed behind me, heavy and slow. Each step seemed to grow louder, reverberating through the empty hallway. The sound was almost hypnotic, drawing me deeper into the darkness. A voice whispered my name, sending chills down my spine. It was a soft, eerie whisper, almost like a breath against my ear. The words were unintelligible, but the tone was unmistakably sinister. I didn't dare look back. Fear gripped me, and my heart pounded in my chest. The shadows seemed to close in around me, and I felt an overwhelming urge to run. I just kept running until I burst out of the library doors and into the night. The cold air hit my face, and I felt a momentary sense of relief. But the fear lingered, refusing to let go. I never went back to Washington Hall. The memory of that night was too vivid, too terrifying. The old building stood as a silent reminder of the unknown horrors within. To this day, I can still feel the icy touch of that hand on my shoulder. It was as if the cold fingers had left an imprint on my skin, a constant reminder of that chilling encounter. The memory of that night still haunts me. Every creak of a floorboard, every whisper of the wind brings it all back. It's a night I can never forget, no matter how hard I try. Have you ever encountered something you couldn't explain? Something that defied all logic and reason? These experiences leave us questioning the very nature of reality. Share your story in the comments below. Let's explore these mysteries together and see if we can find some answers. Your experiences might just help someone else understand their own.